The Midwest has been experiencing an uptick in tornadoes and severe thunderstorm frequency in recent years. Before going any further, I think it's important to state that the particular data sources used to obtain quantitative analysis of these two natural events have been criticized and deemed potentially biased. It's much easier to measure the statistics of hurricanes because they are much more prominent and, for lack of a better description, noticeable. Tornadoes and thunderstorms are mostly reported via law enforcement or eyewitnesses, which have been evolving over the years due to population changes, organized training, and social media, but still not necessarily the best proxy to use. Alas, let's continue. I have family in the Midwest, so I've decided to take a closer look on how climate change has affected tornadoes in central Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one of the states that make up Tornado Alley, an array of states that are frequently and harshly hit by tornadoes every year. Research shows that over 50 years, the frequency of tornadoes along with their season has increased. Furthermore, if the past is any indication of the future, one could surmise that central Oklahoma could expect to see higher volume and increased devastation factor of tornadoes. For instance, in 2018, Norman, Oklahoma experienced 43 tornadoes, but in 2019, that number skyrocketed to 149. Central Oklahoma is vulnerable to not only more frequent, but more severe tornadoes because of a warmer and more humid area. If we go back 14 years and look at the average temperature and humidity of the Will Rogers Airport in central Oklahoma, it's easy to see that both categories have increased. In June 2005, there was an average temperature of 70.7 degrees Fahrenheit with 74.9% humidity, while in 2019, the average temperature rose to 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit with a humidity increase of 76.8%. At the end of the day, our atmosphere is getting warmer while moisture in certain areas is increasing. If we combine this with other Midwest weather patterns, it's going to get more frequent and destructive tornadoes. The future environmental forecast doesn't look great. Kevin Klossel, the director of Oklahoma Climatology Survey, stated in 2017 that, quote, "We've set one record cold in the last 30 years, end quote, and since 2000, we've had 14 different days at record highs. 7 of those occurred in the last 4 years. Other researchers in the area concur with Klossel and agree that the future will hold extreme heat, drought, and flooding. Everyone in central Oklahoma is affected by these changes in weather one way or the other. Perhaps the most obvious hardship the people of central Oklahoma will endure, besides the loss of life, is the substantial property damage caused by these storms. They have substantial impacts on schools, grocery stores, local businesses, and homes due to their powerful destruction. Furthermore, it's these weather patterns that are responsible for increased numbers and greater severity of tornadoes, extreme temperature, drought, and flooding. Weather patterns that are also projected to increase the exposure to disease via food, insects, and water. The solution to increased severity and frequency of tornadoes isn't a simple one. The more immediate course of action that can be taken is to be more prepared. Have evacuation plans predetermined, construct a tornado shelter, stock up on batteries or even a generator, and have plenty of food and water in case resources are scarce for a while. The longer and much more difficult solution is we, as a unified population, must change our behavior. Scientists agree that climate change, the same climate change affecting central Oklahoma's tornadoes, are predominantly anthropogenic. Investing in solar energy, reducing water consumption, ceasing deforestation, and reducing our emissions. If the people of central Oklahoma want to combat the increased volume and strength of tornadoes, then everyone must do their part in taking better care of our planet.